Welcome back to Felicity Was Here. I'm Heather.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Dr. Joe.
And today we are back with another bonus episode for March Madness Part 2, the sequel. Bow, 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 bow.
I was going to say insert hype horn. How did you know? Hype horn's my favorite thing ever. And I know it's annoying to some people, but I love it.
Or what's the Bulls song that like when they like lower the lights and all the players are coming out?
Yeah. How is it March Madness time already?
I know.
This is crazy.
It really is. And we just sprung ahead last night, so
that's right.
hopefully our brains work. But I was already I couldn't believe it was already like 5 o'clock at night, even though it's still light out. It's nice, but I don't like losing an hour of sleep in the morning.
No.
Fuck that.
Literally.
Like, that was offensive.
Yeah.
That was offensive to lose that hour.
So, in case you are new to the pod, what we did last year for season 1 and that we are repeating this year for season 2 is our March Madness Felicity episode bracket. So, last year we decided the Sweet 16 episodes of season 1 of Felicity, and then we let all of you, our listeners, go to Instagram and vote on your favorite episodes. So, you know, episode by episode, we kind of narrow it down, and we get to hear from all of you which is your favorite episode of Felicity for that season. So I'm really excited to dive into season 2 again. I loved all of the comments and votes that we got on March Madness last year, so this should be fun.
I'm excited.
And unfortunately, I don't have like my Thanksgiving episode from last year. Like, I can't go that hard for this year's Thanksgiving episode, but we probably have our favorites that we can discuss.
Yeah, especially in the second half of season 2. I think there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
The
season's really bookended, I think, by the best.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this season 23 episodes, and we have to narrow it down to 16. So 7 will be eliminated. So we have a few more that we have to eliminate this year because season 1 is a bit shorter. So starting from the top, we have episode 1, Sophomoric, which, as a reminder, Felicity comes back from her summer break, and we find out who she decided to go with, Ben or Noel, over the summer.
Absolutely a keeper.
Just kidding.
I was like, uh-oh, we're going to have a problem.
Oh.
Insert toilet flushing
Obviously. No. Stop.
I'm all right.
All right.
Yeah, obviously that's a keeper.
Okay, I'm like, I think
Keeper.
we can all agree, yeah.
Yes.
Episode 2, The List. Felicity is now an RA, and one of her advisees finds this list in a magazine for ways that women can keep their men. Felicity decides to deploy that because Ben gets a funny look on his face and isn't sure what he really wants out of this relationship.
Isn't that the one with the iconic red dress?
Yeah, I was just going to say that gave us the red dress on the rooftop scene. Gotta keep it.
And I think her speech to Ben at the end is a high point. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that butt squeeze.
Well, it's hard
right?
to forget. All right, another Sweet 16. Episode 3, we have Ancient History. This is where Felicity, it's revealed. So in the end of the list, she goes to get her haircut. But in episode 3 of Ancient History, we actually see the big haircut reveal. And she decides to drop pre-med and pursue art instead. However, the art class that she gets into is also occupied by Noel, who is really unhappy that Felicity is in the same class as him.
I don't remember caring either way too much about this episode, and I think I remember not liking Noel and his comments to her. It was kind of rude, but that's a maybe for me.
I could wait on this one.
Okay.
The only case I could make for it is that it contributes to my dislike of Noel and making a case against him. So it has value.
It's true.
In that respect.
I feel like you find something in every episode to not like about him, so...
Well, what does that say, huh? But this one was,
I'm just saying,
like,
I don't
highlight.
think that
this one
is
was really solid.
a factor that means we should keep it, because you can find something in every episode you don't like.
This was brutal, though.
Yeah,
it really showcased his true
nasty
colors.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it's a top 16 episode of the season?
No, we can put it in the maybe pile.
All right.
We'll
hold on
put it in the maybe pile.
Okay. Episode 4, The Depths. To me, iconic. I know, but I think in the past I would have said bottom, but in reviewing and analyzing everything that we did for our podcast, I actually really appreciate this one. Felicity and Julie get stuck on a subway underground. They meet the mole people, of which Megan is one, and they kind of have to confront whether or not they were really friends to begin with and hash out the Ben of it all.
This might be one of my favorite episodes.
Oh my God. Wow.
There was so much meat there. There was so much psych stuff for me to dig into. It was so fun.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't enjoy it at all, but it's okay. We can put it on
If I'm
there.
the tiebreaker, I think just the creativity of the episode, I think I would put it in the top 16.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like a pleasure to watch because it's uncomfortable.
But this is so good. I just keep remembering that weird sound that I couldn't come up with words for to describe, but like it was just like this really icky sound. Like that's brilliant because it made me feel icky. Like we were stuck in there with them. I really love the production of it.
Yeah, and like we discussed, like it felt more like a play to me, which I thought was really cool. And again, I would have preferred it as a bottle episode where we get nothing else going on but like staying underground with them. But I think it was all done really well.
We needed to come up for air.
Yeah, that's true. And we got to see Noel being cute. So
yeah, it was the making of Noel and Ruby,
Ruby.
so that was cool.
Yeah. Okay. Episode 5, Crash. This is where Felicity gets set up on a blind date with her professor's son, David, and it does not go well.
I don't care about it.
Yeah. I think something's going to have to get cut, so I'm willing to wait on that.
This one, put it in the maybes.
Okay.
But like low maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in the trash.
Just put Crash in the trash. All right, next up, the love bug. This is where everyone thinks they get mono, and Felicity wants to get a smooch from David, and he's taken his time with it. I think, Dr. Joe, you found some interesting symbolism in this episode. But yeah, I think there was I had a lot of problems with Noel and Elena and their involvement and everything. I try to like block out some of that stuff just because I think some of the other stuff is funny, but again, I wouldn't say it's one of my like top of the season.
Symbolism or not, it has to be enjoyable to watch. So that's a no for me.
I think at the end of the day, I hated it, even though I did find that meaty psych stuff. I think I hated it too.
Okay. Next episode, Getting Lucky. Man, he's not going to, oh, poor David. I don't think he's going to do well
super
here.
duper hated this one, so.
I don't think he's going to do well here with March Madness. Getting Lucky. So this tackles Felicity and David's, I guess, sexual piece of their relationship, and Felicity not, I guess, being ready yet or being afraid to. And I don't know. I had a lot of issues with Elena pushing her but we do get the dog. We get the dog Lucky. So that's cute.
Which was horrible.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had a big
this one.
issue.
I didn't hate the love bug, but I hate this one.
Okay.
I was going to say, if we had to pick between the love bug and Getting Lucky, I would prefer watching the love bug over Getting Lucky. Dog doesn't help me in that one.
Okay.
So,
no, I don't need that bullshit. I don't need that kind of energy in my life.
Oh, poor David. He was a sweet guy, but yeah, I guess.
No, just I don't want to see what happens to the dog.
I think the writers lost their way a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. All right, next up is Family Affairs, another Felicity Thanksgiving episode where Felicity's parents surprise her and come into town for Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, she was going to spend her Thanksgiving with David, but since her parents are in town, now they're all going to go over to Elena and Noel's for Thanksgiving, and David brings along Professor Sherman as well. And there is another drunken, well, not another, but there is a drunken kiss. I'm like Megan, like, oh, Felicity kissed Noel again? There is a drunken kiss. It's just another Thanksgiving kiss, but this one was drunken between Felicity and Noel. And of course, her and David finally break up because Felicity was just wanting something casual, supposedly.
I'd say this is a keeper. It was pretty funny. Like the punch stuff during Thanksgiving made me laugh a lot. So I would keep it.
I love it, yeah, for the hijinks. And like whenever you get a ton of the characters all in one room together interacting and hijinks ensue, like I love it. And it's not as good as season 1's Thanksgiving episode, but I in general love a Thanksgiving holiday episode.
I abstain from voting.
Okay. Well, good. Then it's to say aye.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, next episode is Portraits, where after their Thanksgiving kiss, Felicity and Noel have to figure out what might still be between them, if anything. And we figure out at the end of the episode that Noel's going to pursue things with Ruby more seriously and turns down Felicity.
I feel like she turned him down more than he turned her down.
That's what you say, yes.
Well, she was saying, like, I see Ruby and myself, and, like, I need to, like, get out of the way and let you do your thing with that. Right?
She said that, yeah. I think, yeah. We just interpret it. I feel like it was a mutual kind of thing. He was like, yeah, I want to see where this goes with Ruby. So I don't know. It felt more mutual.
I felt like he would have gone along with it if she said, yeah.
We don't know. We only know what's...
Are we really going to reanalyze?
I know, like,
no.
go listen to that.
No, I'm tired.
It's past.
I've got allergies and I'm tired, so just go.
I could wait on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know I got annoyed that she was, like, having feelings for Noel again, so I'm not crazy about that one.
Nor am I, obviously.
Okay, then we'll wait. All right. Next one is the first episode back from winter break, Great Expectations, which we recently explored and analyzed. Dr. Porter decides to come to New York with Felicity so that he can do this like 2-week, I guess, residency or teaching a class with the university. Meanwhile, it is revealed that he's actually separating from Barbara. Felicity finds out and breaks into the pool with Ben to let off some steam, but they get caught. I think it's a top 16.
Yeah, keep it for sure. The pool scene,
yeah,
amazing.
Yes.
All right. I wonder how this is going to go. Next one is Help for the Lovelorn, which, of course, we just discussed. The homage to The Twilight Zone from J.J. Abrams. Felicity finds out about a clinic that can perform some sort of treatment or procedure that cures you from heartbreak.
Barf, pass. Even though I appreciated some
Wait,
of the...
what?
I thought you were going to be for it, Dr. Jeff. I was going to be the one that was like...
You know how we were separating, like, structure versus content and all that stuff? Like, I can appreciate the structure and the art of it and still be like, no, I'm not going to watch that every time I watch the show. Like, I saw what I need to see. I got what I need to get out of it, and I'm ready to move on.
Wow.
Okay. I'd rather just go watch The Twilight Zone. You know, like, just... I appreciate what it did. I'm done with it now.
I have no words.
You better say something.
So I'm the only one. Well, that's 2 against 1. I was going to say, like, it is iconic and we have to keep it, but apparently not. Wow.
Let's just put it in the maybes because who knows what's going to happen. Okay. Like, if there's room for it, sure.
So far, we've only got 5 in our 16.
Yeah.
But I do know that the second half of the season really picks up. So we'll see how this goes. And we got to get rid of 7. But wow, I'm
okay.
Shocked. Okay. The next one up is the slump. So now her and Ben have to face, what happens after they broke into the pool. So Ben is considering dropping out of school entirely and wants Felicity to come with him. Oh, I guess I should say also, since we haven't published these episodes yet or covered the rest of these, there will be minor spoilers. I will try to do my best, but you might get hints that something big will happen to certain characters. I will do my best to not give big things away, but it's going to be a little tough. So there's another big announcement in this episode that will impact Noel and Ruby's relationship, if that is clear enough to the people who have seen it before.
Yeah. I just watched it last night. I fucking love it.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Pavone. What's
well,
not to
yeah,
love?
Dr. Pavone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was all about it. And I probably not that confrontational, but I was like, yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
And the
She's
anger,
no nonsense. Yeah.
I'm giddy when my patients get angry. I'm fucking on cloud 9. I love it. I fucking love it. I'm like, yes, something's happening. There's some movement. This is awesome.
It was a good one. I also appreciated that there was a little more Elena stuff in this one.
Like where
she's
feeding of something.
I know, but it's like finally something's happening with her.
Yeah,
I haven't rewatched these recently because I try not to go too far ahead from what we record. But you're right. I forgot that piece starts in this one too. I'm on this. It's one of those. It gives me anxiety to watch because it's all very uncomfortable, like
that means
emotion
it's
things.
good.
I know, but
That's
like
a red
I don't.
flag.
It's
This is
like
good stuff.
like
It's a green
Melissa
flag.
said, you have to. It has to be enjoyable to watch. This one's not enjoyable for me to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the pit is in my stomach when I watch it. But I mean, if you both
That
love
means it did its job. It provoked a response.
but I don't enjoy watching it. But that's fine. Two
That's
against
fair.
one. All right, next up is Truth or Consequences. Not a major spoiler, but Felicity and Ben now found out that they have to do community service. So they choose to go to the local health clinic. So we meet Greg. We also have Julie progressing with her music contract. And Nolan Ruby's problem is still a problem.
And there's that special song, like the little diddly that plays throughout this episode while they are talking about their problem. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. And I despise the storyline because that score, it's probably called like Ruby's Lament or something. Like it is so, I can't stand it. And it's like the rest of the season.
Sad little piano tune. Yeah.
Oh my.
There were some funny parts in this one where with Ben at the clinic, like that made me laugh, but I can't really think.
And this is one with the kid, right?
I haven't seen it in so long.
The kid with the basketball.
Is it? No, because
that might be true.
He starts at the clinic and then later he does another thing. Yeah, I don't know. Just put it in the maybe.
Okay. Unless
Maybe
Dr. Joe, you
not.
have strong feelings. No. Okay.
I don't think I'm a huge fan.
Okay. All right. Next up, episode 14, True Colors. Noel and Ben actually bond a little bit in this episode, talking about similar experiences. And Felicity and Greg get into a fight because Greg is an asshole. And he thinks she made a mistake or something.
Fuck that guy. The less I see of him, the better.
Yeah, I can't really.
Okay. All right, we'll wait on that one. All right, episode 15 is Things Change. So Felicity's dad comes to the clinic to work, which is an interesting dynamic between him and Greg and Felicity all there. We also see Elena and her lab partner getting very competitive about being the best student in chemistry. And there's some jealousy happening with Ben because, as we know, he wants to be with Felicity now since it's over with Maggie. I have no feelings on this one either.
I think I just remember being kind of sad because the dad, when you saw his apartment and his pills, and I just remember feeling really sad.
Fun fact, this was the last episode to air on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on the WB, per the trivia on IMDb.
All right.
Okay.
Things did change.
I could probably wait on this one.
Okay.
Dr. Joe?
Yeah, get rid of this bullshit.
Okay, well, gotta speak up. All right, next episode is Revolutions. So we have, what's her name from Gilmore Girls? Lane.
Oh, yeah.
He is a guest star on this episode who comes to the clinic in search of the morning after pill. And after finding out that the university clinic no longer gives them out, they decide to start a sit-in demonstration at the clinic to protest. And then Ben and Noel bond again, but end up fighting. Wrestling.
Oh.
I love this one.
I was gonna say it's important, and it also I appreciate that it calls back to season 1 and Julie talks about her issue, so it wasn't like that was just kind of forgotten about. I appreciate that they brought that up again.
Okay. Yeah,
I think it's
I love the college student protest. It feels very college too, that whole experience. So okay. And also just shows how much I hate Greg again. All right, episode 17 is Documentary Part 2. Sean brings his cameras back into their lives. We also get some Richard again as his, I don't know, what is that, a best boy, a key grip, the guy who holds the boom, the boom mic or whatever they call it. And so, of course, instead of season 1, documentary being about Felicity and Noel, this one's going to be about Felicity and Ben. And we're also getting a lot of all of these other tangential crushes and relationships going on. So we've got Elena's love interest. We've got Ruby and Noel who are on the outs at the moment. Sean still has his feelings for Julie.
I mean, I miss Richard.
I still really like the documentary episodes.
Yeah.
I know last season you didn't like it, Joe, but
I mean, yeah, Sean annoys the shit out of me, but if Richard's on board, I'm there for the party.
makes up for it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think the whole campus security scene is another classic that I just think about.
Oh,
yeah.
Repeat. With the old guy, too.
It's like, it's the film, campus security. Try it again.
That was good. There are some funny parts in this one, so yeah.
Okay.
I'll take it.
And I think it's also important for, the rest of the series, too. Just documentary coming back. All right, episode 18, Party Lines. Felicity for president. Need I say more? Ben takes on an internship. This is where he ends up babysitting on his internship as a stockbroker. And then there's also a Sadie Hawkins dance. And so all of these couples are deciding who's going to ask whom to the dance. And do they go with the people they truly want to go with? Again, I love this one.
I'm not going to stand in your way.
I like it. Do it.
I like all the election protest.
Election stuff is funny.
It's all good. So again, the next one, episode 19, Running Mates, Felicity for president, Chia head posters, Felicity and Ben running around, destroying other people's posters. Absolutely love it. But essentially, Felicity and Greg are competing against each other as well as Richard. So there's an election, Free Pizza Fridays. I think it's a classic.
Yeah. That's
Go for it.
I feel like Dr. Joe, you're have no strong opinions on the ones you love. Do you just not like most of the season?
No, I can't remember most of it.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a brain problem. There's some things, like, if you give me like a little bit of it, then I can be like, oh yeah, but some stuff there's just a black hole in my head, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Even though I've watched it multiple times, like I don't have room for everything that I encounter. It fell out. I'll get excited about it again. It'll be like 51st Dates. Like, I'm gonna get excited all over again, like I'm just meeting it for the first time. Every time I watch it. It's me every time we put on an episode.
Who's she gonna pick? She going Fenners?
I'm like biting my nails.
Can't wait all summer. All right, episode 20, Ben was here. We might have to change the name of our podcast for that 1 week only. So Felicity goes upstate with her love interest at the moment, and Ben follows her there. Things don't go well there. And then there is a water main break at the dorm, and so yet again, all of our characters kind of come together. Some are staying in the loft, some are staying in the dorm cafeteria. And there's a lot of romantic relationships in this one. And Greg is, again, a piece of crap.
Okay.
What do we think? I think this is another important one.
I like this one.
I trust your judgment.
I like it because usually Felicity's the one who's like going crazy stalker, but this time you get to see Ben like a little unhinged, and I love that.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
All right. It's here. Episode 21, The Aretha Theory. I don't even know if I need to go into details about what it's about. To me, it's an automatic Sweet 16, but we see Felicity and her girls go out on the town with Megan and her crew. So Megan calls her mole people, and they take them clubbing because they're sick of all these guys who don't know what they want, or who do know what they want, but they don't want them back. It's a night on the town, and it's amazing.
I love this episode, and I feel like this is the kind of episode that I could watch just like randomly.
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't have to go in order. I would just pop this one on if I wanted to like feel good, and just love it.
Hard to agree.
And it has one of the most romantic scenes in the history of television. So,
yes,
I'm here for it.
All right.
Can we do another? Okay, sorry. Real quick. Can we do a ranking sometime of the like most romantic episodes of TV ever? Would that be fun?
Of all TV? Interesting.
Yeah. Because that one would be on there for sure.
You could do scenes or episodes. I feel like there are certain scenes, like when...
Scenes. Okay, scenes. Yeah.
Like Jim and Pam casino night. Like that, to me, is
I just got chills, dude. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Are you sweating?
You're killing me. I'm about to, but right now I'm still cold and chilled.
Leslie, Nope, and Ben Wyatt, the smallest park.
Okay. You see, there's so many we could come up with. It'd be so fun.
I think we were made for this.
Mm-hmm.
For this ranking, the most romantic scenes in TV. Joey and Pacey's first kiss. I mean, it's just gonna be a list. It's gonna be a list of kisses.
Don't give them all away yet. Let's just start planning this. This could be like a special summer episode.
Yeah,
that'd be
all
fun.
Right. I love it. Won't be Felicity specific, but yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure there'll be something from 90210 that you can put on the list.
Girl, I didn't even have that in my head, but thank you.
Buffy.
Oh,
think of some.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be like late 90s, early 2000s.
Anyway, moving on.
All righty, 2 more episodes left here. So we have episode 22, Final Answer. And since it's finals, we've got Smart Powder, but Felicity is a little distracted with Ben during finals and misses her final exam, which was going to be the clincher for probably getting a really cool summer internship. So they have to deal with now maybe not getting this awesome internship, and it'll have to go to someone who really cares about art.
Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. Someone who cares about art. I think this is the top 16.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the season 2 finale, episode 23, the biggest deal there is. It's Javier's wedding.
Yes.
So Felicity must make a choice again at the end of the year. There's 2 different paths that she could choose for her summer, and she again has to make a big, big decision. Julie also has some intense things happening with her biological family again. And then Noel meets Javier's cousin, the Doritos girl.
Oh my God.
And she's a bit of a wild child, and he talks to her at the wedding. I'll just say that. And Sean and Megan talk about some things. It's so hard to be vague about this
I feel
stuff.
like that made
it's mostly
obvious.
for my sister. I know she has waited to watch the episodes as our episodes come out each week, so I don't want to do any big spoilers. Yeah. And I think, Joe, your brother's new to the show too, so there might be more people than just our relatives who haven't seen all 4 seasons.
It's a good one.
Gotta
love a wedding episode.
A wedding.
Yeah, anytime Javier,
especially Javier.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a winner.
All right. Well, we have 13 of our Sweet 16, so we have room for 3 more episodes.
Oh my gosh.
So the ones in the running for our last 3 spots are Ancient History, where we see the haircut reveal and Felicity and Noel are in the same art class. We have Crash, where Felicity meets David for the first time and it goes badly. We have The Love Bug, where everyone thinks they have mono and Felicity wants to get kissed by David. We have Getting Lucky, where Felicity avoids having sex with David for the first time because she adopts a dog off the street. We have Portraits, where Felicity and Noel are trying to figure out their feelings for each other after a drunken Thanksgiving kiss. We have Help for the Lovelorn, which is our Twilight Zone episode. Truth or Consequences, which is post-pool break-in. And we meet the health clinic and Greg for the first time. We have True Colors, where Felicity, I don't know, there's files at the clinic. This one to me is a true bottom because I'm don't even remember really what happens in it. Noel and Ben bond over some shared experiences. We have Things Change, where Dr. Porter comes to work at the clinic. And then we have Party Lines, which is, Felicity running for class president. Sorry. And the Sadie Hawkins dance. Was I supposed to put that atop? Maybe I didn't move that up.
I thought you did. I mean, I thought you were supposed to.
Okay. All right. Then we have 2 spots left. So we've got a bunch of David episodes. We've got a couple of early, Ancient History, Crash, Love Bug, Getting Lucky, Portraits. Kind of like a grouping, I would say. We have Help for the Lovelorn, Truth or Consequences, True Colors, and Things Change, which is all kind of post-pool break-in health clinic episodes.
Oh, Lord. What are we going to do?
I think we have 2 spots. I think I have to fight for Help for the Lovelorn here.
Okay. You know what, Heather? We'll give it to you.
Based on
We're gonna give
the
it to
art.
Yeah. And I think like the cultural relevance of it, I do think it paved the way for like Buffy to do a musical episode and seeing J.J. Abrams' rest of his career. I don't know. I think like it's culturally significant too. But
okay.
But if you want to fight, we can fight.
No,
I'll fight you about something else. We've got plenty to fight about.
Yeah. I mean, all the episodes that I really, really loved made it. So at this point, I'm okay with putting that one.
All right. Who wants to nominate our last spot here? I might fight for Love Bug. Maybe not fight for Love Bug, but I might propose the Love Bug.
That's the only one I would lean towards.
Yeah.
Something.
Melissa, what else you got?
There were some real stinkers in this season. There were.
I really don't like portraits. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Crash makes me uncomfortable.
The only other one, The Things Change, where it's a little bit more about her dad, but I don't know. Let's just do Love Bug.
Okay.
Is that the only one, Dr. Joe, that you would want up there?
That's the one. Yeah. Nothing else is really jumping out at me as particularly appealing.
Because, I could probably go Love Bug or Things Change. But again, if like, is it enjoyable to watch? If that's like our barometer or benchmark, I would rather watch the Love Bug because it's a little lighter.
Yeah,
but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Like, serious topics can be good.
Like
I mean, although we didn't really like want her to end up with David, I thought it was nice that they were focusing on someone else besides Ben and Noel for at least an episode. So it was a little bit of a little bit of a change.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's other people on the planet besides those two knuckleheads.
Love Bug it is. All right. Well, I think that's our Sweet 16 then. So to recap here, we've got Sophomoric, The List, The Depths, Family Affairs, Great Expectations, The Slump, Revolutions, Documentary 2, Running Mates, Ben Was Here, The Aretha Theory, Final Answer, The Biggest Deal There Is, Party Lines, Help for the Lovelorn, and The Love Bug. That is our Season 2 Sweet 16. Let us know what you think. Agree, disagree with our picks there. Maybe you would have ranked something as a Sweet 16 and, did one of your least favorite episodes make it? Let us know. So go follow us on Instagram, where we will start posting our March Madness brackets. Again, you'll vote in a poll for whichever one you want to move on to the next round. And we will keep posting until we're down to the final fan favorite Felicity episode of Season 2. I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, can't wait to see what other people think.
And as far as seeding, so again, we're going to get really nerdy about this and the positions on, how we decide in this first round which episodes are versus each other. I will go by IMDb ranking. So we picked these Sweet 16, but I'm also going to look at IMDb for, the popular vote and see which ones are rated the highest on IMDb. So those will be, the one that has the best ranking will be the number one seed and so on down the list. So that's how we will be ranking our Sweet 16 episodes. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining another bonus episode of Felicity Was Here. We will be back with our usual content next time, coming back again from the post pool break-in. It's going to be good. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Felicity Was Here is produced, written, and edited by Heather, Melissa, and Dr. Joe. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Felicity Was Here Pod. If you're enjoying the pod, please leave us a review and help us spread the word. We appreciate you and would love to hear from Felicity superfans like us. So send us your feedback, ask us your burning questions, or just say hey at felicitywasherepod@gmail.com. We may even read your note in a future episode.